Hey, what's up? It's Valerie here with another video. So I wanted to update you guys. I am 18 weeks pregnant now and my belly has been getting pretty big and I want to go ahead and show it to you guys. So I guess it's better if I show it this way. So this is how big it is. Now it's not, I don't feel like it's huge, but it's definitely big for 18 weeks. Which is about like four months pregnant. So I wanted to talk to you guys about what's going on right now with like the quarantine and everything. As you guys might know or might not know, my IPs are actually in China. With all of this that's going on with the coronavirus, if something were to happen like at this moment or even like a month from now, they wouldn't be able to come, which sucks. But I'm not doing until August, so I'm hoping that everything gets fixed by then. From what I heard from my doctor is that she's actually from China too, so she has family there. And she told me that it's actually getting better over there from what she heard from her family. I watched a couple videos on like what's going on in China a couple weeks ago. It's not really recent, but if you see, like, everyone is wearing a mask. People are staying indoors. From what she told me and from what it says, like from the videos, everyone is staying indoors. Versus us here in the US, like, we're not staying indoors. A lot of people are not staying indoors. And from what my doctor said, just to kind of quote her, she just kind of said like that people in China trust the government. They trust the government to make good choices. So when the government says, hey, everyone needs to stay home, everyone stays home. But people here, obviously, they're not staying home. I mean, at least for me, like, I don't live in Los Angeles County, but I live close by there, and a lot of my family lives there too. And people are, like, last time that I went, which was about 2 weeks ago, when they had already started telling people to stay home, I was driving to my mom's house, and there's, like, a park, like, a couple blocks away from her, and there was people at the park. Like, a bunch of people. I'm not even just saying, like 10 or 15 people. There was a bunch of people. And it's just kind of crazy. Like, people are not really taking it seriously. And I guess it's because, the younger population just thinks that it's not going to affect them. Which, from what I've seen, or like not what I've seen, but from what I've heard, it doesn't affect the younger population. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't protect ourselves for the older population that we love. For example, like, I have family members that are over the age of 65. My neighbor has asthma, and she's over the age of 65. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that are around you that it can affect, and you just have to be careful. As far as for myself, my doctor did say that if I were to get the coronavirus, it would definitely not be the same as if I wasn't pregnant, because my immune system is a little bit lower than, and this is quoting her, your immune system, when you're pregnant, your immune system is not working at the same level. And it's kind of, from the way that I think of it, like, yeah, like, your body is using a lot of your energy to, nurture those babies. And for me, it's not just one baby, it's two. So it makes sense that your immune system wouldn't be working at its full capacity. So I've been trying to kind of be safer, I guess, because I don't want to get sick. And even if, if you think about it, like, even if you do get sick and you do go through all of that and you survive, like, why do you want to go through it? Like, why? What's the reason to go through it? Better yet, just stay home. I guess it's easy for me to stay home because I usually do stay home anyway. So it's not really a big deal to me. I know for a lot of people, they are used to always being out, always going somewhere, going out to eat, going out with friends. I don't have that issue. I usually just stay home most of the time. The only time that I would go out was when I would go to my job, which I was kind of like a TA kind of. But obviously the schools are shut down. That was the only time that I was going out, when I was going to work, and now I'm not going to work, so I'm just staying home. But before that, I was just staying home. I even worked from home for a while. So I'm used to that whole just staying home. But I know it's a lot harder for a lot of people. I did go to the doctor, and I changed my doctor, so I'm going to a doctor that's a lot closer to me. And it's crazy because she asked me, I guess apparently there are a lot of people that that are surrogates, and they're surrogates for Chinese families here. And so like surrogates in the US, a lot of them are for Chinese families. I know one, Harmony, I know her intended parents were from China. So I went to the doctor and I was doing like the intake form. And she asked me if my intended parents were from China, and I told her yeah. And then she said, she's like, so what would you do if your intended parents can't come? Like, what if they can't come to pick up the babies? Because, you know, as you guys know, like, people aren't, like, the airlines are shut down. And I was like, well, and it's kind of hard to answer that question, but from what I told her, was that, you know, I wouldn't want to take care of the babies, but of course I would. I would if I had to, you know, because when you sign the contract, you don't just have the intended parents on the contract. You have, like, if something happens to the intended parents while you're pregnant, then they have, like, a backup, right? So in the contract, it doesn't really say anything about, like, hey, if there's, like, a big pandemic and, like, the parents can't come, so-and-so is going to take care of the kids. Like, the people, like, my intended parents live in China, and, like, their backup, like, people also live in China. So obviously someone would have to take care of the babies if they're in the event that they can't come. So I wouldn't want to. And the reason that I wouldn't want to is because you're gonna get attached. You know, it's a given. I mean, I'm pregnant right now, and I feel like I'm not attached, but I do feel love for the babies inside me. And obviously, like, when I talk about them or anything like that, when I talk to my kids about them or anything, you know, I know that they're not mine. But of course, I feel love for them. Like, I feel like they're gonna be something that I'm always going to remember, you know? They're gonna be little people that are gonna be walking this earth not knowing who I am, even though I created them through my body, you know? Of course, I'm gonna want to take care of them. Like, I love them already, but it'll be hard when the parents come and pick them up. Anyway, so I told her that I would take care of them if I had to, which I would. I would take care of them if I had to. And she told me, this is crazy, and you know, everyone to each their own, but she told me that there was another surrogate who she asked the same question, and the surrogate was like, I'm not taking care of those kids. The nurses can take care of them. Anyone else can take care of them, but I'm not. And I just think it's crazy, like, to have that kind of mentality, especially, like, carrying someone else's baby. Like, I understand where that person is coming from. It's kind of, like, they're kind of self-protecting themselves, but at the same time, like, they're just little babies, you know, and just to have some random nurses taking care of them or just making it really hard for the intended parents, like, they're already stressed out, you know? And personally, if it was me, like, I would want the person that's been carrying the babies, if I have no one else. I mean, like, if I have no one else, like, in a different country, in a different continent, I would want the person that's been carrying the babies to take care of them, you know, if worse comes to worse, you know? So, I don't know, I just thought it was crazy that that person said that. But, you know, I guess everyone has different opinions about things. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. I know it was kind of, like, out there. I am trying to get more content out to you guys. But like I said, I'm just really, really busy. And sometimes I don't know what to make. But I will have some, like, morning routines and stuff. I've been wanting to do a morning routine. Maybe, like, a glow up so you see how I look when I look like trash. Anyways, I hope you all like this video, and You give it a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my channel and ring that little bell so you can remember, so you can see when I post a video, since it's like once every month. All right, you guys have a great day. Bye.